Let's talk about expectations that you should have for your personal injury case. Certainly you should expect to be fully compliant with the terms of your medical care and attendance. It should perhaps go without saying, but if you don't have a personal injury that is being carefully documented and treated by a healthcare professional, then you don't have a personal injury claim. Secondly, you should be prepared to give your version of events and give it on more than one occasion. Certainly you'll be telling your side of the story and your version of events initially to your personal injury attorney. An insurance company might ask you to give a recorded statement or a statement under oath. If your case goes into litigation, you'd be expected to give a deposition. And finally, if your case goes to trial, you would be expected to give in-court, live, in-person testimony regarding what happened to you and the injuries that you sustained. You should be prepared and expect to have your story questioned by an insurance company or their lawyers. Now, if the case is in a contested posture, obviously there is a story on the other side that is different than yours. So you should expect to have versions of events that differ from yours out there, and you should expect to have the validity and veracity of what you're saying questioned by the other side. In that same vein, you should also be prepared to listen to what the other side says. Now, no good attorney is going to tell you to settle a case simply for the sake of settling a case, but oftentimes compromise is the best way to resolve a case. And the only intelligent compromise can be reached by listening to what the other side says and, in an appropriate circumstance, giving weight to what that other side says and reaching a mutually agreed resolution to the claim. And finally, it's uncomfortable, but we have to discuss the prospect of delay. Anyone that's been injured, seriously injured in an accident or an incident, is eager to have their money, eager to be made whole for what has happened to them. And it's perfectly understandable. What also needs to be understood is that there's a process at work here. A personal injury claim is not an event, unlike the incident that gave rise to the personal injury claim. It's a process. So whether the claim resolves favorably through negotiation or the case ultimately has to go to trial, there is a process at work. Typically, you can expect to resolve your case through settlement within 3 to 6 months after your treatment course is concluded. If your case has to go to trial, the time frames are obviously and unfortunately